welcome to another episode of us.
My Favorite Venus, episode 10.
Wow. So we have some news.
Yeah, we picked that honeymoon resort.
Yep. After the other day I was looking at my notes and I really had gone through a lot. I probably close to 30 locations, different areas, countries, everything. But we chose Hawaii.
Yes.
And I'm super excited. We chose the Westin Kaanapali resorts in Maui, and like I said, super excited.
Yeah, this will be a good time.
Yeah. We mentioned in our honeymoon video a little about this location, how they have nightly luau's and whale watching. The resort itself is amazing. I saw some videos on TikTok and YouTube, and I mean, I don't think we've ever been to a place as beautiful.
Nope.
And we've been to some beautiful places.
Yeah.
So, big question for you guys. If you've been to Maui, even better if you've been to that resort, but even if you've just been to that area and you have some suggestions for us, in particular of where to eat,
let us know.
Let us know.
Also, like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
And comment.
Comment.
Hit the notification so you know when we post.
Right.
And then, yeah, just get ready for another episode of Mars vs. Venus. Alright, so, my question.
Yes.
What is a good timeline on engagement? To get engaged?
You go first, because you make me answer my questions first.
No, man, that's it.
Okay. Again, it's a personal decision. It's based on the couple, where you're at in your life at the time. Yeah, it's a personal decision. As far as knowing if that's the person you're going to marry, I think you know that. I would say you know that within the first year. If that's, I see this going, I think I'm going to marry this person. As far as when to propose, it's a personal thing. It's what, where you're at in life. Did I say that right?
What do you mean, like, where you at?
Like, let's say you're both in school.
Okay.
And you have student debt or whatever, or you're,
So wait till you pay off your bills?
No, not until you pay off your bills, but...
Once you get out of school?
Not necessarily that either, but if that's something you want to do, if you want to wait, hey, let's wait till we're done with school, because I'm so busy with school right now, I won't be able to maybe put in 100 into because the first year, is not easy. You're moving in with somebody, learning all their habits you might not see just when you're dating. So yeah, I would say if you're both in school, you might want to concentrate on school, get that, let's wait till we graduate, or, I'm saying it's different for every couple.
Alright, so you're out of school.
I'm saying for some people that might be their reasoning,
okay,
or you might want to say, I'm working this job here in Texas, but they're going to move me to New York next year. Let's wait till I move to New York, because maybe we're both going to move to New York, or, it's personal for each person.
Alright, so you're in the same spots. You out of school, you live together in the same spot, you're not moving jobs.
Yeah, then, if... Yeah, I think, what should be the timeline? That's your question?
Yeah.
Okay, what should be the timeline? The timeline should be when you're ready, you guys get married.
Okay. So isn't that a typical timeline?
I don't think it should be as long as we waited.
I think that's a typical timeline, though.
Yeah, I think, like I said,
What's a typical timeline?
Well, within the first year, you should know if that's the person you want to marry.
Okay.
And then, because weddings are expensive, and maybe you want to get to know them maybe a little bit more, I would say within 1 or 2 years. I wouldn't say 1 year. I take that back. I would say within 2 years.
Propose.
Would be a good time to propose. Yeah. By the second year.
After what? So after you know that, so after the first year, you know you want to marry them.
And you. Because not only do you have to know you have to marry them, but you have to say to yourself, do I want to have kids with them? Do they want to have kids with me? Like, make sure, like, on all the important things, you're on the same page. And then, okay, when I propose to this person, comes next is probably going to be planning a wedding. Do I have money to plan for that wedding? Do we both want a big wedding, or, are we just going to go to the courthouse? Or do we want a destination wedding? Do we have money for that? If you don't already live together, are we ready to move in together? Like, does she have a lease on her apartment that's for a whole nother year? Or do I have a lease on my apartment? Or, does she own a house? Do I want to move in that house? Or do I want to wait till she sells it? You could take all that into consideration.
So that takes a year? So you do that within the year?
No, I'm saying this is your thought process that whole year. Once you know this is who you want to be with, then you go through all these things.
So how long should that take? Before you said a year to know that you want to be with them.
Right. So now you're in the second year.
Yep.
And you're like, I really want to be with this person. I think I want to marry her or him. So then you got to go through that other thought process. Where are we in life? Where if I propose to her now or him, are we going to have a long engagement where we, figure everything out? Or are they going to want to get married right away? Or are we wanting to get married right away? Then you have to figure out where you're at in life if that's even possible.
So you say it should be 2 years. Then after the second you propose.
If that makes sense.
So that the typical timeline is 2 years.
I would think so. Yeah. Well, I don't get why we would have to. I think by the end of the second year, if you haven't proposed, not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but it better be for a good reason. It better be because, a wedding wouldn't be, it's not the right time, or.
Well, you don't necessarily, if you propose, don't mean you necessarily gotta get married the next day or next year.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
So the question is proposing.
So, yeah, exactly.
The question is proposing, though.
Yeah, I'm glad you get that now.
The question is proposing, though.
Yeah, I would say after the second year going into the third year, I don't see why.
So 3 years now.
No, because I said at the end of the second year. Yeah, I would say 2 years in, I would say there should be a proposal unless there's a good reason.
What's a good reason?
I just told you.
What do you mean? All the reason that you gave, you just said that it's all like it's not a good time for a wedding, but that don't necessarily mean you have to get married.
I'm saying maybe you want to wait till you're done with school, or because you want to maybe you're 18 years old. You're just going into school, but you've been with this person all high school or whatever. You know that's who you want to be with, but you're like, I want to finish school first, so I have. Maybe I'm coming to her and coming to her parents, hey, I want to marry your daughter and I have a bachelor's behind me or something like that. Not like, I don't have nothing. I don't have a job yet, that kind of thing. It depends on the circumstance and the couple.
So then in that case, it'd be 4 years.
It could be 4 years, yes, depending on the couple.
Or if they want to do longer school,
could be 6 years.
10 years.
It could be, I guess, but
10 years is the typical timeline.
It is in Pierre's book, yeah, but no.
10 years.
No. Because you knew you wanted to marry me.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
In less than a year?
I don't know. Only less than a year.
But about a year.
Probably, yeah.
So yeah.
No,
like I said.
But stuff was happening.
I understand. That's why I said it's personal to each couple. But I'm saying within a year, at least, you knew, hey, I think I probably want to marry her.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what, so my
That's saying that but they don't say when to actually go
But
execute.
you said timeline.
Yeah,
so I said within a year, you should know. And then within year 2 or 3, there should be a proposal unless there's other circumstances and other things. It could be, like I said, your living arrangements. It could be deaths. It could be you got to get your stuff together mentally to become, this person's partner in life.
So, okay, how long could that take?
Well, if you're doing stuff to make it better, like going through counseling and stuff, you know, it could take a minute, but it shouldn't take forever.
What's forever?
20 years, 15 years. But then I also think that, being serious, I think the other person should know your intentions. You know, did you say your timeline?
I don't think there's a timeline.
Why did you ask that question?
Because it's a good question.
Oh, so what, that's your answer?
I don't think there's a timeline, no.
I'm saying that's your answer.
Yeah. Because the typical timeline I've always seen is like 2 years.
And you don't agree with that?
Not necessarily, no.
Why?
Because it's 2 years. Like, in 2 years, you're... Think where you at in life in comparison to 2 years.
But I'm saying, what if you know? Like you said, you knew within the first year.
Yeah.
So, what I don't understand.
If you know, then yeah. But if you don't know, it shouldn't be...
Oh yeah, if you don't know, of course.
But it should be the ideal, I feel like the typical timeline is 2 years.
But
And if that person doesn't do it in 2 years, it's a problem.
With who?
The idea.
Who? But I'm saying, oh, because people start asking when you're getting married?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The idea is like, oh, you guys been together 2 years and you guys haven't got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
It's a problem.
Yeah, people do ask.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the typical thing is 2 years.
Yeah.
But when the idea.
That's one thing I would say, like a PSA, is that you shouldn't ask people when you're getting engaged, when you're getting married, when you're having kids, because it could be.
You know, they can't have kids. Or...
Yeah, I mean, it's such a personal question. You might think it's innocent, but it could be like something you could be opening up big wounds or whatever. You know, you just don't know. And that was I was asked so much when we were getting engaged to where it became like too much sometimes. Yeah.
And women only get that. I didn't never got that.
Yeah, I got it a lot. Well, you would see it. I would show you.
Yeah.
I was asked all the time, or people would actually want to know like why you hadn't proposed yet, like especially after we had Marley, you know. Or people did ask you. Some of my friends would, you know, when we were gonna the one incident when we were gonna go on a trip, and they asked you, "Are you proposing on the trip?" And I know that made you so angry. And he doesn't ever get angry, but he didn't like that at all. And I actually felt that if you had planned to propose to me, you probably wouldn't because of that.
Because it ruins everything.
Yeah.
I'm big on surprises.
Surprise. Mm-hmm.
And keeping stuff like close like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that should be a habit people get out of asking those personal questions. Especially now, especially like with the topic of having kids, people are becoming more open about loss and how the struggle of getting pregnant and everything. You know, maybe it wasn't talked about so much, but I think now it's talked about more. Mm-hmm. And you could see how common it is, you know, and you just shouldn't ask. But even something as innocent as, hey, when are you guys getting married? You've been together, you know, whatever years. You have a kid. What's up with that? Mm-hmm. You know, none of your business. You know, obviously we're still together. Yeah. So we're okay with it. It's a mutual agreement, you know. So just mind your business. But yeah. And I would say, you know, if you're over there being nosy and you're waiting, then just when it does happen, then just be really happy for that couple. You know, that they are, oh yeah, you guys are. Because even that, when I announced our engagement, there were people that posted about time and stuff like that. You know, and it's funny, but at the same time, like, come on.
Is it?
You know, come on. But yeah. So yeah. Again, I don't know if I necessarily agree with you saying, or, you know, agree with no timeline, because then you could have a guy who just doesn't want the commitment of getting married.
But I think that's different then.
and just, hey, let's never get married, but let's continue having this life, or
Well, I think that's probably a different
but I'm saying
topic.
It's a different topic, but it's still in the same thing, because not everybody is you, where we do everything as a team, and I never feel like I'm doing more than you, and hopefully you don't feel that way either. And but there might be people out there who she's totally doing the wife stuff, but he don't want to give her the ring or that title, which is important, and he's just fine with the way things are, because he's like, whatever, she's already doing everything, why do I got to give her the ring or the wedding, or so I think there should be a timeline, but there also should be an understanding, whatever, if that timeline is going to go beyond the norm, which is what you're saying. The norm is 2 years.
Yeah.
And I could see why the 2 years, because it kind of goes along what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it's set in stone. It has to be those 2 years, because it depends on the couple, depends on the circumstances, depends on where you are in life, and life is so unpredictable. At 2 years, us together, we didn't know everything that was going to be thrown at us. And I think, I was impatient. I wanted that ring, of course, especially, again, too, after Marley and our commitment of having a house together and living together. Sure, because I'm, but life threw stuff at us, so it couldn't happen. And looking back now, right now, planning this wedding in the last 2 years and stuff, it's been the perfect time. Life still has thrown stuff at us. We still have had a lot of death and stuff, sadly, but right now, I feel like we're at the perfect place financially, emotionally, as a couple, everything going into this wedding.
Yeah.
Where at year 2, maybe not.
No.
Definitely not financially.
Different job.
Yeah.
Different living situation.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Everything. Yeah. Where now it's like we're so in sync now that's why I think this process too has been so easy. Because we know each other so well. We're so much on the same page. It's been the perfect time, and and everything's gone so smooth. Yeah.
No, I agree.
So
I think that the other part, what you were saying about a guy not wanting to commit, I think that it's different. I think it falls on what you're saying, but we can say that for a different time. So we gotta write that down. Okay. What else?
We have an update.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we in our previous video, we asked everyone their ideas about the honeymoon, and we gave you, like we said in that video, we had gone through Maldives to Mexico to Hawaii to Puerto Rico. I mean, Fiji, we were all Fiji. We were all over the place. Everything looked awesome, so it was a very hard decision. And then we broke it down to 2 locations. We narrowed it down to 2 locations, and we had narrowed it down to those 2 based on the resort, the activities, flight time, and stuff like that. And those 2 that we narrowed it down to were Cancun and Hawaii. You'll see all that when you watch the other video. But anyway, then we finally picked. Yeah. And we picked Hawaii. Yep. So we're going to Maui. Yeah. It's the Westin Kaanapali Resort. And I am super excited. Yeah. Neither one of us has ever been to Hawaii. No. I know it's the typical honeymoon location, but it must be that because of a reason. Yeah. It's gorgeous. So this resort, I think we talked a little about it in the other video, but
everything they had, like the luau and the dude running with the fire, and
the torch,
the koi fish feeding,
the whale watching, everything the resort offers, the restaurants. The one restaurant is an Italian restaurant with a pizza oven. Okay. The outdoor pizza oven. Yeah. Yeah.
That should be cool.
Yeah, I mean the resort looks nice. You can check it out. It's the Westin Kaanapali Resort, right? That's the full name. I think so.
Yeah.
in Hawaii, Maui. I forget the name of the particular beach that it's right by, but it's on a beach.
Yeah, on the ocean.
Yeah, ocean. And we got the oceanfront view, so
Should be nice.
should be nice. Hopefully, when we look out our balcony, we're looking directly at the ocean.
Whales and sharks and stuff.
Yeah. Awesome. Exactly what we look for. So yeah, that's super exciting. So, because I kept telling you, all this lead up to this wedding, and it's gonna be the most amazing day. I already know. But then what?
Yeah.
You know, because this has been our like. I tried not to say that we do this every day, but we do. At least it's in our mind every day.
Yeah.
So it's daily excitement, anxiousness, planning, you know, this and that. And then I'm like, okay, then what? So now I have the honeymoon to look forward to.
Yeah.
And I don't want that taken the wrong way. I know I have our whole lives to look forward to, but you know, as far as how much this is consumed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have the honeymoon. So that's super exciting. And again, our TikTok has changed directions a little bit. I still cover wedding content, you know, and any updates with that. I do, you know, little videos of that. Throw in some other stuff here and there. Really, you know, we do relationship stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm also, if you want to join me on my other journey, I am trying to get fit for the wedding. After I had Marley, I gained quite a lot. And like I say in my first video on the TikTok, if I walk down the aisle looking like this, fine. But my goal is to be fitter by my first fitter. Is that a word? More fit by my first fitting, which is going to be around May or June. So I would really like to lose. And
you want tips and suggestions?
tips people? And suggestions, or you know, even better if you want to follow along and join me. That would be even better. We could do this together. That was kind of what I said in my TikTok video. Like, let's do this together, even if you don't have as much to lose as me. But I share what I eat in the day, and then I'm going to start working out again, and I'll share some of that. Yeah, so if you need tips, and I welcome any tips you want to give me, encouragement, I'll encourage you, and yeah, you can see how my progress goes. And I know I could do this, so there is going to be some progress. You will see some progress, because
I'm gonna work out too.
okay, go for it. Yeah, so yeah, definitely I can use the encouragement. I know if you're going to follow along, you can use, we can encourage each other. I'm not setting a set goal, I'm not putting that pressure on me. I already have a lot of pressure on me with the whole wedding. I just want to feel good when I go for that fitting, and when I look back on my pictures. So that's my goal.
Yeah.
Not a set number, but to feel good on that day, feel my best. So.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's exciting. So I'm saying there's so much going on.
Yeah.
I'm not even planning a wedding, but I'm doing that too, and still all my other
mom stuff and
all that. Yeah.
Yeah, life stuff.
Fiance stuff.
Yeah. So, anything else?
So, no, just thank you for always tuning in.
Yeah.
Please continue to do so. Please comment, interact with us. You know, we'll read it all and take it to heart, everything you say, and try to make our page even better. Share, like,
subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe so we can...
hit the notification button so you get notified when we post.
Yeah. Are there certain days that you're trying to post?
I'm trying to post every Sunday.
Okay.
So
there you go.
Roughly between like 12 and 3.
So when you wake up on Sunday and sitting there drinking your coffee, tune into us.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Tune into us. Lazy Sunday.
Yeah, that's cool. Until next time. Adios.
Take care. Bye-bye.